Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I dive into this lesson, giving all honor, no glory, and all praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Wakadash, Daban, the great master, other apostle, the teacher of will. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect, the scattered abroad across the four winds of this planet that's doing all things as soldiers of Mashiach Yahushua, and the Holy Shalom to the sincere Aquathium, that's out there representing husbands, being a pillar of rest, keep doing so, and the Holy Shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered abroad. Okay, once again, okay, and for you brothers that's out there pushing this word and truth and sincerity, keep doing so, keep going hard for the Yahweh Shemi Yahushua. Okay, declaring the rightful works, keep going hard, man. Okay, we almost out of here, DTA. Okay, but this lesson is basically re-upload PSA. This man is teaching false doctrine, and basically brother Yahweh the Maccabees. I guess he's teaching that teaching like DNA and stuff like that, and how the Israelites mingling with the other nations, the seed line got weaker and stuff like that. But according to scriptures, man, nowhere in the scriptures when our forefathers went into a heathen woman that seed line is weak. That was never an account because Boaz messed with Ruth. Okay, was that pedigree weak? Okay, was that pedigree weak? No. Okay, was not King David made into a king? Was he not slaying hundreds of men, 10,000s of men? Okay, while Saul slew his thousands. Okay, he was a mighty man. So that it showed you that his pedigree wasn't weak, and that then like this brother Ash Amath, he was going into like how, how basically, it's not about DNA, bro. It's about your father, man. Okay, that's how the Lord look at things. It goes by the seed line of your father, not by the DNA of your mother. Because as you read Matthew the 1st chapter, there's not one woman listed that our forefathers popped, except for let's get it. Let's go ahead and look at it. Let's go ahead and get Matthew the 1st chapter. Okay. Okay, now we're going to read this all the way down to verse 16, okay? We're going to start at verse 1. This is Matthew chapter 1 and verse 1 through 16. The reason it says, the book of generations of Yahushua, Hamashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham, right? So if you can receive it, okay, Isaac is Yahushua, okay? All right. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Judah and his brethren. Okay, and Judah begat Pharez and Zerah and Thamar, and Pharez begat Ezaram, and Ezaram begat Aram, and Aram begat Amminadab, and Amminadab begat Naasan, and Naasan begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Booz of Rohab, and Booz begat Obed of Ruth, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David, and the king Jesse, and Jesse begat David the king, and David the king begat Solomon of her that was what been wife of Urias, and Solomon begat Rehoboam, and Rehoboam begat Abiah, and Abiah begat Asa, and Asa begat Josaphat, and Josaphat begat Joram, and Joram begat Ozias, and Ozias begat Joatham, and Joatham begat Achaz, and Achaz begat Ezekias, and Ezekias begat Manasseh begat Ammon, and Ammon begat Josias, and Josias begat Jeconias and his brethren, in the time that they were carried away to Babylon, and after they were brought to Babylon. Jeconias begat Salathiel, and Salathiel begat Zerubbabel, and Zerubbabel begat Ebud, and Ebud begat Eliakim, and Eliakim begat Azor, and Azor begat Sadoc begat Achim, and Achim begat Elud, and Elud begat Eleazar, and Eleazar begat Mathan, and Mathan begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Joseph, and the husband of Mary, who was born Yahushua, who is called Hamashiach. Now, as you can see, this is mainly focused on the fathers, okay? Nowhere did it really go into detail of who the women that our forefathers is messing with, okay? As you can see, the seed line is still strong, you know? And these are David, Solomon, these are mighty men, okay? Was not Solomon the wisest man, okay? What did just because his grandmother goes all the way back to a heathen woman, does that make him weak? No, he was still the wisest man. King David, he was a mighty man of war, you know? He was slaying 10,000s. Just because his grandmother go all the way back to a heathen, did that make him weak? No. Okay? It don't go by the DNA. It goes by the father. It goes by the father's side, man. Okay? That's why you can't be going too deep into the scriptures, man, because when you try to go too deep into the scriptures, man, then you'll bug yourself out, man. Okay? Keep it simple. Push the word, man. Okay? Do the first works, man. Don't be trying to go too deep for your own good, man. Okay? Because what you do when you try to go too deep, you start spreading false doctrine. You start spewing madness, man. Okay? And I follow this brother on Instagram, man. You know, and me and brother Asher Mothkin said the same thing. I just follow the brother. I see that he does the work. You know, he be on the highways and byways. But hey, brother, hey, man, it's just certain things, man, that, you know, those things that you shouldn't be worried about, okay? Because the Lord didn't tell us about DNA, okay? It goes by the pedigree of your fathers, okay? Okay? Because just because a man gonna mess with a heathen woman don't mean his seed line going to be weak, okay? That is not the case, okay? This is Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18. And the reason it says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their family. Hold on. Let me make sure this is right here. And it says, they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their poles. Right. So as you can see, the pedigrees are by their fathers, man. Okay. That it don't go into the pedigrees of the mother, the DNA, father and mother. No, it goes by the father. Okay. Because how can you tell what nation this person is from? By their father. Okay. If a person has a Edomite father and a mother is Eve or something like that, what is that child? It is an Edomite baby. Okay. But the whole thing is, man, it's by your father, okay? Not by DNA, man. Okay. Here it is. The Lord put it as simple as he can for you to perceive. Okay. Not you to go too deep for your own good. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this. Lean not on your own. Slack is right there. There you go, right there. This is Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not unto thy own understanding. Right. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, man. Lean not into your own understanding, man. Because when you lean into your own understanding, that's when you start pushing things like this, man. Okay? The Lord never said anything about worry about the DNA of the mother too, because if the mother is not up to par, that means the child's gonna be weak. The Lord never said that, man. It's about the pedigree of the father, man. Okay? It's about the pedigree of the father at the end of the day, man. It's not going by the DNA of the mother. Okay? All right? I'm gonna reread it. Let's get this one. The heart is deceitful. This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 9. Let me see some. And the reason it says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, who can know it? Right? So when you lead upon your own understanding, hey, you got to understand, man, you can't be, when you lean on your own understanding, you got to realize that your mind can make you go off. Okay? Your heart is desperately wicked, man. Okay, it's deceitful. You can deceive yourself by your vain opinion. Okay, you trying to add opinions to scriptures, man. Okay, when the Lord doesn't care about your opinion. Okay, it's facts over opinion. Okay, here we dealing with scriptures, man. We ain't dealing with opinions, man, or what Esau says, man, because that's the shit Esau go by, the DNA. Okay, it really goes by your father. Okay. Let's get back into the lesson. We already got Numbers in Matthew. Now let's go ahead and get Ruth, the 3rd chapter, or the 4th chapter, okay? Because Ruth was a Moabite. It was a Moabite. She was a heathen, okay? Let's get Ruth, the 4th chapter, in verse 13, and go down to 22. And it says, so Boaz took Ruth, and she was his wife, and when he went in unto her, the Lord gave her conception, and she bare a son. Now, did Boaz go off? No, Boaz did not go off. Okay, because when we used to go to war, hey, those women that was left, they was virgins, and they were spoils of war. Okay, and we took them in. Okay, as our concubines. Okay. And the reason it says, verse 14, and a woman said unto Naomi, blessed be Yahweh, which hath not left thee this day without a kinsman, that his name may be famous in Israel. And he shall be unto thee a restorer of thy life, and a nourisher of thy old age for thy daughter-in-law, which loveth thee, which is better to thee than 7 sons had borne him. And Naomi took the child and laid it in her bosom, and became nurse unto it. And a woman and her neighbors gave it a name, saying, this is the son born to Naomi, and they call his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. Right, and here it is. This is the lineage. Okay, the lineage of David. Okay, verse 18. And who came out of the lineage of David? Yahushua. Okay, was that lineage weak? No. Okay, this is the lineage of Judah. Okay, David came out of Yahushua came out of King David, man. Okay, the seed line of King David, man. Okay, verse 18. Now these are the generations of Pharez. Pharez begat Hazaram, and Hazaram begat Ram, and Ram begat Anadab, and Anadab begat Nahshon, and Nahshon begat Salmon, and Salmon begat Boaz, and Boaz begat Obed. And this is kind of linking up with Matthew, the 1st chapter, where all the forefathers being mentioned. Okay, and Boaz begat Obed, and Obed begat Jesse, and Jesse begat David. Okay, was this seed line weak? No. Okay, the mighty man came out of this seed line. So how the hell is this seed line weak? Because David's great-great-grandmother goes back to a Moabite. Did that make David weak? No. He became a mighty man, a king. Okay, he became a king. Okay, and you got to do some explaining, because now people gonna be asking you like, hey, so if my mother, she's an Edomite and stuff like that, does that make me not a royal person? No, it goes by your father, man. Okay, because then you spewing confusion, man. That's gonna make people think on themselves, man, thinking they not worthy or not, man. Okay, you can't be teaching those things, man, because what you gonna do? You gonna scatter the flock, man. Okay, you gotta teach what's being taught, man. Okay. Now that's it on that. Let's go ahead and get the book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 9. Okay. Book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 9 through 10. And the reason it says, but avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. Okay, let's look at this. It says, do not get involved in foolish discussions about spiritual pedigrees or in quarrels and fights about obedience, Jews, getting into DNA and stuff. You worry about the DNA of the father and mother, man. Okay, when the Lord is specifically worried about the father's side, man. Okay? Because yes, the women matter, but they don't matter according to when the seed line of the father, man. Okay? It doesn't matter when it comes to the women. Okay? Because when you read the scriptures, okay, did not Yahushua have sisters? Okay. Did they mention them? No. Okay, did it mention their names? No. Okay. And if I'm wrong, brothers rebuke me on Salakia, but it didn't mention his sisters. Okay. It didn't tell you what their name was. Okay. Because it was mainly focused on the men. Was there any women that were apostles? No. The 12 were all men. Okay. All right. Verse, and it says, for they are unprofitable and vain. Right. So when you worry about the DNA, man, that's all unprofitable, man. That's all unprofitable. We worry about the prophecies, man. Okay. You talking about, and he had mentioned something about how, when you mixing and mingling, that's bringing down that's weakening the seed. No, it's not. Okay. It's not. All right. Now, it would make sense, the older, Israelite couples get, that would causes the child to be, because women was having children at a later age, which causes to lose that stature, man. Okay? But to be worried about the DNA of the mother and the father, that's all unprofitable, man. Okay? You got to worry about those prophecies, man. Okay? All right? Now, let's get this. Revelation, the 14th chapter, in verse 4. And the reason it says, Revelation, the 14th chapter, in verse 4. And it says, these are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being first fruits unto Yahweh and unto the Lamb. And this is not talking about physical women. This is talking about the doctrines and philosophies, man. Okay? Because you coming with the philosophy of Esau talking about DNA, man. Okay? When the Lord didn't tell us to worry about DNA, man. Told us it's about the pedigree of the fathers at the end of the day, man. Okay? So, hey, brother, you gotta repent and delete that video, man, because, hey, man, that's not cool, man. Okay? Because the elders didn't go into DNA, man. Okay? You gotta teach what's being taught, man. Okay? And you can't be defiled with women, as in different philosophies, different doctrines, man. Okay? Because what that's going to do, lead to people getting bugged out, man, over their DNA, man. Okay? And when we not here for that, man, okay? We only here to warn the people and teach them that that is according to the seed line goes by the father, okay, not the mother, okay? So, hey, man, you can't be defiled with women, man, with these different philosophies and different doctrines, man, okay? Teach what's being taught, man. So, with that, I hope this lesson is edifying to those that may watch, giving no honor, no glory, no praise due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kwakadash, the Bible, great master, other apostle, who teach you well. Till next time, till next video. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, by the ball.